Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about more bad Trump news for farmers and ranchers. Despite promises to the contrary, farmers and ranchers are being hit yet again by Trump's funding freeze. A big part of Trump's actions are trying to undo Biden's legacy. This, of course, means rolling back as much of the Inflation Reduction Act as he can. Well, there's almost $20 billion in farm programs in that. Many of those programs are now frozen. A lot of attention was being brought to this issue because of a series of viral social media videos from a person who's saying he will lose his farm if the EQIP money isn't unfrozen. And all of the focus is on that program. But it appears that more than 130 farm and ranch programs were frozen. So for those who aren't familiar, this is how this generally works, although it varies from program to program and project to project. Farmers and ranchers sign with USDA to do something. It could be anything from planting a cover crop to mitigating erosion, or sometimes it's something as simple as putting in new fencing. USDA then cuts them checks as time goes along. You save money buying materials in bulk. So a lot gets charged and paid off when the money comes in. So you can see how the funding freeze is hitting them. So what happened? It honestly looks like the frozen programs were all somehow related to conservation or climate resilience. So Trump, still acting like the climate isn't a big deal, froze those programs, even though his own foreign policy acknowledges the changing climate. And I want to make this part very clear. For all the ranchers and farmers watching, this is not just the EQIP program. There are more than 100. If you've got one of those NRCS contracts, or really any contract through USDA that deals in any way with conservation, climate, erosion, or anything like that, you'd be wise to check to see that it's still running. And remember, that money for new irrigation might be through a climate program. We've had a bunch of people send us messages asking if we're okay because of this news. We're fine. The animals here aren't food. We aren't involved in any of these programs. And luckily, the only person we know who was is only out some surveying costs. But a whole lot of other people aren't that lucky. This is going to strain small operations the most. This is going to add to more product price and availability fluctuations. I know a lot of people are going to say that the farmers and ranchers are getting exactly what they voted for. And for a lot of them, that's true. But this is something that if it isn't fixed quickly, will have widespread issues. Between this and USAID not buying, we're going to see some real shocks in agriculture, and that's going to affect everyone. And it'll affect those least able to cope with it the most. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.